sa ano natin, sa gagawin natin.
Ano ba yan? Hindi ko din alam, na-interview eh.
Wala kang
Baka tungkol sa buhay ko.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Kaya Ba To? You know, life after graduation isn't always as easy or as clear as we thought it would be. Most of us imagine that once we finish college, everything will fall perfectly into place. The dream job, the stable income, the next chapter. Pero minsan, hindi pala ganun kadali. Today, I'll be talking to someone who knows exactly how that feels. I had a chance to talk to Tantan, who graduated civil engineer, and just like many of us, is in his waiting season. He already had an experience working, but now, he is once again in a time of searching, waiting for the next opportunity, praying for the right door to open. And even in this season of uncertainty, what I admire the most about him is his faith in God. That quiet confidence that even when things don't make sense yet, God is still moving. Because let's be honest, waiting isn't easy. There are moments when we ask, Lord, kaya ko ba to? But through stories like Tantan, we are reminded that sometimes the waiting season isn't a pause. It is a preparation. So join me in this conversation as we talk about life after graduation, trusting God's timing and finding peace in the process. Maybe you're also in your waiting season right now. This episode is for you. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. So my name is Princess. I'm with Tristan. His name is Tantan. We are going to talk about his struggles after graduation. Kasi one thing that we struggle after graduation is looking for a job. Tama? So ayan. First of all, let's start with after mong graduate. What was your expectation in life?
Expectation in life? Well, after ko graduate, hindi naman agad ako na-expect na mataas agad yung makuha ko nung sa salary. Well, actually, before pala ako graduate, ina-expect ko na makapag-take ako ng board.
Okay.
Oo. Kaso,
Kasi you took
civil engineering. Oo. So, akala ko, after ko graduate, diretso review, then after 6 months, take ng board. Kaso, change plan, medyo mahal ang board. Parang, I think 20,000 ang review. Oo.
for civil engineering.
Then, sa naisip ko, sabi ko kay mami, kasi ayoko na din namang humingi sa kanila ng panggastos sa board exam ko. So, naisip ko, mag-work muna, mag-iipon. Then, kapag nakaipon na ako, saka ako itatry mag-review para to take board exam.
So, after graduation, napapatanong ka ba sa sarili mo na, kasi looking for a job, medyo mahirap talaga. So, what was your kaya ba to moment while looking for a job?
Well, mahirap nga kasi graduate ako July. So, natanggap ako is September pa. So, July, August, almost 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So, nung yon yung sa mga habang ako'y hanap ng work, napapaisip na ako to the point na, paano to, baka mamaya mag-Christmas na, wala pa akong work. Ang sabi sa akin, mami, pag mga ganun daw, mga November na, mahirap na talagang humanap ng work kasi magpapasko na. So, ang gusto ko nun, sana bago mag-Christmas, may work na ako para at least sa pagdating ng Christmas, medyo maganda naman ang Noche Buena namin, may tulong ako, maganon. So, may mga napapaisip ako na paano to, parang ilang months na, ang tagal na. So, wala, edi, ano ko na lang, pinag-pray ko na kung ano yung balak sa akin ni God, kung anong month or anong din mag-aantay ako kasi alam naman natin na kung ano yung mas maganda yung plano ni God sa atin kaysa kung ano yung plano ko.
So, during that waiting season, ano yung natutunan mo in the process na, ayun nga, sabi mo, you're waiting for God's perfect time to look for a job. And sabi mo din, before Christmas, hopefully sana meron ka ng trabaho. So, nung naghihintay ka from July, nag-graduate ka ng July, nagkaroon ka ng job ng September. So, nung waiting season mo na yun, ano yung natutunan mo habang naghihintay ka?
Trust God's timing. Yun talaga. Yun talaga ang natutunan ko. Kasi, hindi naman natin alam kung ano yung plano sa atin ni God. Hindi naman natin. So, talagang, yun lang, tiwala ka.
Oh, tama yun. Kasi kapag minsan, every time kasi na, parang pinupush natin ng pinupush in our own time, parang pag mas pinipilit natin na dun sa time natin, parang pag minsan mas dun lumalayo, di ba?
Alam mo naman, walang ka na ng pag-asa, pero kapit lang kay God.
Yes. So, after you graduate, sige, alam ko rinig naman na ako. So, for those na fresh grad, what will be your advice to them? Ano yung sa tingin mo na what they should expect after they graduate?
After they graduate, masasabi ko na dito na talaga yung totoong buhay. Hindi sa yung nasa school ka, hindi yan, dito talaga. So, ang advice ko lang sa kanila is wag silang mawawalan ng pag-asa and lagi silang magtiwala sa Panginoon kasi may plano talaga si Lord sa kanila.
If you could go back to the day, your graduation day self, if you could go back to that time, ano yung gusto mong sabihin sa sarili mo?
Ano ba? Maganda. Mahirap to Papais din ako. Ano ba sasabihin ko sa self ko? During nung nag-aaral ako.
Yung graduation day.
Graduation day.
Yes. If you could go back to the day nung graduation mo, ano yung gusto mong sabihin sa sarili mo on that? If magkakaroon ka ng sabi mo sa sarili mo,
congratulations. You did well. Kasi talaga namang ang engineering sobrang hirap talaga. Oo. Tapos dumaan pa kami sa pandemic. So, ang nagka-ano ko dun nung college life ko is, di ba ang civil is 4 years na lang. Kaso since nagka-pandemic, so natigil kami, naging online, yung lab namin pinatigil. Hindi talaga, kasi face-to-face lang talaga yun So nangyari, nagdagdagan kami ng isa pang taon. No. So naging, kasi dati naman talaga 5 years. Pero since nagka-K-12, ginawang 4, kami naging back to 5 years. So mas medyo naging challenging talaga sa akin. Kaya talagang, kung proud ako dun sa sarili ko. Sasabihin ko talaga, congrats, you did well.
Kasi diba ang hirap ang hirap ng civil engineer tapos yung transition from pandemic, from face to face to pandemic and then nag face to face ulit ba kayo? Okay,
that's siya hybrid. Online and face to face and online.
Okay. So naabutan mo yung point na talagang experimental stage.
Kami ata yung first Tapos tanda ko, may online kami, may face-to-face kami, tapos parang ilang oras lang, online na. Hindi ako makakauwi kasi Los Baños pa yung school ko, San Pablo pa ako. So, ang biyahe nun, nasa 1 hour. Parang kalimitan, yung yung pagitan lang ng face-to-face class ko sa online is wala pang 1 oras lang. So pag umuwi ako, di ako makakapasok ng online. Talagang doon ako di ako mauwi sa school. Hanggang doon talaga. Pag minsan naman, yung mga klase ko, pag minsan, doon kami, may isang bahay, doon kami nag-online. Sabay-sabay kami doon.
So meron na talaga kayong pinupuntahan na location.
May mga ganun
at
naman,
least
pag pwede.
masurvive niyo yung ganong, face-to-face and then going to online. Okay. So, ngayon, sa tingin mo ba, yung question ko nung una sa'yo, na kaya ba to? Sa tingin mo ba nasagot yon?
Parang nasagot naman ako. Kinaya naman.
Okay. So, how does your faith help you deal with uncertainty and rejection during your job hunting journey?
Hindi naman ako nawalan talaga ng tiwala kay God. So, every time na nare-reject ako sa mga ina-applyan ko, sinasabi ko, siguro plano niya to. May mas magandang ibibigay sa akin kaya hindi niya binigay sa akin itong work na to. So, tiwala lang ako kay God na hindi naman ako to the point na nawalan talaga ng pag-asa. Actually, hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, pero alam ko naman talaga na kung may tatanggi sa akin, alam ko na meron namang mas magandang darating. Kaya hindi talaga ako nag-iisip na alam mo yung hindi ako masyadong nai-stress na wala akong work kasi alam ko naman na may balak si God sa akin. So, medyo mataas ang confidence ko pagdating sa ganun.
Okay.
So, gano'n.
Ano yung ma-advise mo for someone like you na naghahanap din ng job, na nasa waiting season? Ano yung ma-advise mo na lang sa kanila?
Okay, advice ko is, yun nga, wag kayong mawawalan ng pag-asa. Tiwala lang sa plano ni God. Kasi, gaya nga sinabi ko, kapag halimbawa nag-apply ka, may interview, tapos na-reject ka, wag kang panghihinaan ng loob kasi may mas magandang darating sa'yo. Ganun lang. Tsaka pag naman, halimbawa, nakapasok ka na doon sa work, tapos natanggal ka, so meaning, siguro kaya ka tinanggal doon, may si God, may plano siya na, or meron siyang nakikita na hindi mo nakikita na inilalayo ka niya dun sa ganun.
Redirection.
Yes, yung redirection.
Yes, to a better path.
Kaya ganun.
Thank you. Ang ganda nun kasi at some point in our life, pag minsan kasi hindi natin naiintindihan agad-agad kung bakit. Oo, 'di ba? Hindi natin agad naiintindihan ang question natin na bakit until now. Pag minsan mapapaisip ka kasi na bakit ako wala pang work until now, tapos yung iba ganito na yung nararating. So ang ano dun kasi is waiting season is not about doing nothing.
Yes.
It's a redirection from God to have faith in Him and looking for something better for us. Tama?
Tama.
Okay. So, thank you. Ayan. So, thank you so much, Tantan. You know, after talking to Tantan, I realized something. Waiting can really test your patience, your confidence, and even your faith kay God. Ang hirap lang pag minsan that you'll already given your best, and yet, the answer that you get from life is still, teka lang. But what inspires me most about his story is how he continues to trust God, even when the path ahead isn't clear yet. Because sometimes the waiting season is not God's rejection, it's His redirection. It's His way of preparing our hearts and our character for something bigger than what we imagined. So if you're listening right now, you're also in your own waiting season, maybe looking for a job, a purpose, or even clarity. Please remember this. You are not behind. God's timing is never late. So keep the faith, keep believing, and continue to show up. Because one day, you'll look back and say, kaya pala kailangan kong maghintay. This is Princess reminding you that no matter what season you are in, whether it's waiting, struggling, or rebuilding, with God by your side, kaya ba to? kaya pala.